Hello, nerd friends. Currently, we are in the year 1982. Yes, it sounds like ancient history, but I swear to you that 1982 existed and I was there. Anyway, TV at that time was churning out cartoons one after the other, each one more beautiful than the next. Among many, there was Voltron, a robot made of 5 lions, representing the 5 elements of nature, if I'm not mistaken. Earth, fire, water, air, and finally desert. From the desert, the lion with its yellow fur blends perfectly with the arid desert environment. Besides the elements, this robot touched the hearts of all children, particularly because of the amazing toy replica made exclusively by Mattel. It was definitely not a toy for everyone. At the time, the complete version of the robot was very, very expensive. Fortunately, there was also the option to buy each lion separately. For this reason, the luckiest ones were rewarded by their parents with a lion every now and then. Initially the red lion, subsequently the yellow one, then the blue one, the green one, until that day you were eagerly anticipating. That is where the final lion will come to you. What will enable you to bring them all together? And indeed, down there, in the distance, here comes Mother with the sacred grain. Here he comes with the ultimate lion. Finally the lion. Blue. The lion is blue. I can see a magnificent lion with a stunning blue coat. How blue is it? You haven't had time to realize that no Voltron will ever appear before your eyes. But your mom is watching you and saying, "My son, now you have them all, and the next gift I'll give you in 35 years, because I don't have a penny left." And then, all of a sudden, there was complete and utter silence. After almost 50 years, Blitzway, how are you? The perfect Voltron, they say. And so, for my 40th birthday, to make amends, my mom spends all her savings and gives it to me as a gift. A gift made specifically to satisfy that trivial, innocent whim of his that I've never made him feel guilty about, simply because he didn't take it badly. Exceedingly awful. Individuals, let us embark on the unboxing experience together. Let us go. Well, there are instructions on how to unbox it. After many layers, I'm nearly reaching the lions. Let's continue. The black lion, a sculpture, was meticulously wrapped up in a manner resembling a loaf of bread, reminiscent of the 80s style. Here's a kilo of freshly baked ciabatta bread, carefully chosen for its texture and aroma. The sculpture is adorned with a layer of polystyrene, adding a touch of uniqueness to its presentation. Now, let's move on to the final piece, which is the base of the sculpture. It provides stability and enhances the overall aesthetic appeal. The base is crafted with precision and attention to detail, ensuring a perfect fit for the sculpture. With the base in place, the black lion sculpture stands proudly, ready to captivate viewers with its artistry and symbolism. Well, I believe I've removed everything. I did it. They're in pots and pouches. It's better that you don't see the other side of the studio. Anyway, now let's try to delve a bit more into the details. We assemble it. We look at lion by lion and try to understand what are the pros and cons, and above all, if it's worth what it costs. As you can see, I've already taken a peek, more than just a peek. Already from the unboxing, I understood that the Blitzway's Voltron is definitely not a toy. I had already noticed it from how the box looked and how meticulously each piece was packaged. However, the first thing I feel like telling you is not to improvise any transformation, but before doing so, consult the manual. You find all, it's explained well. Let's avoid damages. But now let's discuss the lions and start with the arms. So let's talk about the red lion and the green one. When I first held them in my hands, I was quite disappointed for a while. Both of them seemed very, very light to me. In fact, their weight is about 145 grams each precisely because they are entirely made of plastic. Then, thinking rationally, I realized that the decision to use it was simply made for a matter of weight. Since the arms are connected to a solitary pin on the shoulder of the black lion, they cannot possess excessive weight in order to avoid exerting pressure on the joint and to avert the robot from becoming unbalanced when we position it. Also beautiful is the system of side bulkheads that conceal the lion's legs. Equally ingenious is the solution that hides the pivot and/or the tail. Here, for the first time, I had to utilize one of the specially designed accessories that I will refer to as Koso. Thanks to Koso, we can remove the pin and consequently continue the transformation of the lion without causing any damage. Once transformed in our possession, we have two strong arms available to assist in any desired position, and this undoubtedly prevents us from missing the metal parts. And now let's move on to the legs, and then to the blue lion and the yellow lion. In this case, the material that stands out the most is metal, or at least it seems so, because I swear I couldn't figure out where it is. Weight is just under 520 grams each, and when held in hand, they give the impression of being solid. Here too, I really like the system of side bulkheads that in this case only conceal the hind legs. One thing that really surprised me is the articulation located in the center of the torso. Unexpected. I noticed it after reading the instructions. This lioness figure has a slimmer body, and thus it'll make you forget that when transformed, it'll never have the shape of a parallelepiped. Lastly, let's discuss the black lion. As previously stated, during unboxing, it is a good monolith weighing nearly a kilogram. Unlike the other four lions, it seems a bit less sleek and a bit clumsier, but it's not. It hides many joints that make it slender, except for the hind legs that seem to show some limitation, but it fits. Here we can also conceal the front legs and make them vanish entirely. I appreciate it. Well, these are our 5 lions, and you can admire them on their stand. 5 lions, all fully articulated. Paw, head, shoulder, knee, tail, torso, jaw, they all have endless posing possibilities. As you can clearly see, this version does not give the slightest idea of having 5 cubic tin and plastic boxes on display. Really stunning. But now, before moving on to the robot, let's begin with the painful notes, but not before giving me a nice like, subscribing to my channel, and activating the notification bell. I promise it's all free, I promise to you. Now we can go back to us. The first painful note. Every lion has a cockpit with a seated pilot inside. In my opinion, they could have saved this thing, in my view. Also because the only one we can enjoy is Kate, the pilot of the black lion. Everyone else is hard to reach both with the eyes and with the hands. Luckily, in this case, we are helped by an accessory made as a dock that I'll name a screwdriver. Through that, we could, albeit with slight difficulty, open cockpit and catch glimpse of pilot. Second painful note. The 5 pilots are also provided to us in 5 small-scale miniatures. They were all painted excellently, but all crookedly glued to the base. As far as I'm concerned, I didn't find a single one straight. I came across a team of 5 drunkards. Third sore point. Let's talk about LEDs, specifically the lion's eyes equipped with LEDs. I must say I was a bit puzzled here. I would like to understand the criteria they used to choose to include 3 different types of batteries. Not only are they 3 completely different types, but they are also not common batteries that are easily available. Okay guys, stop. Stay calm. I know we can find everything on Amazon, of course, but having them find us in the box was too expensive. The thing that really made me laugh is the CR311. She didn't hear me, which added to the humor. After conducting thorough research, I found that it is utilized by fishermen for nocturnal floats. From the fishers, I'm not joking. From lions we ended up with fish. However, do I have to go to San Pedro and apologize? Who is it? But do you have a battery? I could return it or make a video on YouTube. Here's another expensive lion, but it's off to work it goes. Also for inserting this battery, another accessory, the third, a pair of tweezers, specifically made for the green lion and the red one. What a tragedy. Fourth and hopefully final point of discomfort, let's discuss about weapons. So many weapons. Countless. An infinity. A super arsenal of weapons, all perfectly inserted inside the stand and closed by a magnetic lid. So super neat and dust-free. But here too I have something to say. Let's call those mouth-jaw boomerangs for clarity. They are super detailed, colorful, well finished, but what about the rest? Let's talk about over 10 weapons to attach to the lion's leg side. All grey, pure plastic, without paint. But had they finished it at the factory? Were they by any chance out of budget? I don't understand this at all. 4 important notes to justify cost, including many designed and purchased items, but at flea market level due to product price range of 750 to 850 euros in pre-order in order to justify cost. Well, maybe I'm the one exaggerating. Oh, what a struggle. Now enough talking about the individual lions. It's time to unite them and bring our legendary Voltron to life. And here it is, over 2 kilograms of robot, super articulated, slender, proportionate, and meticulously detailed in every aspect. It comes with a sword, a shield, and a second interchangeable face. Needless to say, they too are meticulously finished. Even though the 2 weapons seem very fragile, so it's better to handle them with caution. The transformation is extremely easy, posing is fun, and there are 0 frustrations thanks to the hard and resistant joints. The Blitzway Voltron is without a doubt a stunning product, but truthfully, it is excessively costly. Considering the amount of money I spent, I would have anticipated a slightly higher level of attention to detail in the accessories and overall. However, I still like it. In fact, I really like it a great deal. I have to say that my mother has ultimately made reparations. Once again, we have come to the end of this video. It's long, verbose, and an absurd effort, but we've made it through. I would like to steal just one last second of your time to tell you that this video comes from a story, a true story, from many years ago. I dedicate it to a mother, to that mother who, as her final thought, truly gave this Voltron to her son. Hello to all my nerd friends. Hello to all the amazing people out there who share the love for Voltron and appreciate its awesomeness.